2 years ago, I made a commitment to track my activity for a year. This experiment wasn't just for personal use, but to collect data for a future development as a coach. I bought a smartwatch and religiously started to track my sleeping patterns, my daily step counts, and monitoring my heart rate for each workout. What I wasn't counting with is that it would become an addiction. The intention to move more and become healthier is always the great goal to have. We have a sedentary lifestyle. We drive to work, or nowadays we don't even leave the house. And when we do, we drive to gym, we do our workout, we drive back, and then we sit down to watch TV. We invented sports to meet our physical requirements, but most of us barely taking part in any. In 1965, Dr. Yoshiro Hatahano, the leader of a Japanese research team, invented the pedometer. He calculated that the average Japanese person took around 3,000 to 5,000 steps a day, and if they would increase it to 10,000 a day, they would become thinner and they would prevent them from the sedentary lifestyle. Today, the 10,000 steps a day became a staple of every fitness tracker. Organizations like the WHO and the CDC, they all recommend daily activity of 10,000 steps. The average walking pace is around 5.1 km per hour. The average walking stride length is 76 centimeters or 0.00076 kilometers. To calculate how much time would it take to do the 10,000 steps, we need to multiply the walking stride with 10,000 and divide it by the average walking pace, and we got 1.5 hours. So we need to spend around 90 minutes on our feet per day, which is pretty easy if you just walk to work and back, for example. Of course, fitness companies offering a much more attractive and cool way to track our daily activities in the form of phones, watches, and other wearables, with the promise of knowledge and freedom, but what they deliver is information overload and confusion. I started monitoring my fitness in 2017. My main reason was to track my sleep and improve my recovery after training. So I wore every night and checked my data every morning. I also set a fitness level to the highest settings. These smartwatches are pretty accurate when it comes to counting your steps or running like activities, but when it comes to weightlifting, they underperform. Each time when I was trained in the gym, it showed different results to what I felt in my body. So I've ordered a chest strap. These are much more accurate to all activities as they are next to your heart, so you can lift weights, swim, or play basketball to track your training. I compared the two devices in the gym, and you can see the watch is off by a lot. So there I was wearing a chest strap for training and the smartwatch for the daily activities and my walking around. My whole day was tracked, and I didn't go to bed until that little counter on the smartwatch turned into 100%. I stopped listening to my body and relied on the technology to tell me how much I need to move and eat a day. Wearables are very popular. Most smartphone companies have a health application to track our activities or even has their own smartwatch to offer. People love to wear trackers. However, some of us felt different. This survey reported that 79% of the people who use the popular device felt pressure to reach their daily targets, with 59% saying it controlled their routines and 30% viewing it as an enemy. If we put too much faith into wearable technology and we become far too independent on constant body monitoring, then it just put too much stress on our physical activities, what meant to relax us. Fitness trackers have their obvious advantages. They tell you when you have to move, they motivate and reward you to reach your goals. Motivation is great at first, but what happens when it wears off? We stay there with the frustration to complete our daily targets, but what does it teach us of self-awareness? What does it help to understand our body for the better? Will you know that 10,000 steps and circuit training will burn the same calories? Will you know that losing weight is coming from the diet and less from training? Will you know that you should train with weights at least twice a week for bone density and to prevent muscle loss? These are the questions what wearables never gonna answer. They just tell us what to do, but why would you follow a pre-made program where you can create your own customized program for your goals and for your needs? So here is what I want you to do. Educate yourself about health and fitness. I put out videos just like this every week. It's completely free. You just have to take the time to watch them. Focus on the quality, not the quantity of your training. Improve self-awareness. Use technology to record your day and your training, but don't watch the screen. Process the data after your session and plan for the next one. Okay, I'm not saying wearables are bad, but if you have any kind of addictive behavior like I have, then I don't suggest you to get one. Or if you get one, just use it to record your training or your day but don't let it set goals for you. I think tracking your progress is necessary. Have a customized training plan and write down your weights, your distance, your repetition, and your speed. Use your phone to record your form and correct it if it needed. Learn about nutrition, healthy eating, and weight management. When I take on a client, I try to pass as much knowledge as possible in our sessions, so when they leave, I know they will do well. I recommend this book called Unplugged. It helped me understand better the dark side of wearables, and it helped me disconnect from fitness trackers and focus my energy of the natural way of healthy lifestyle and training. I'll leave a link on the description for this book. But I understand that athletes need an extra kick in their training. That's one of the reasons I get mine as well. So for you guys, I recommend the Polar chest wrap. It's record to it chips itself, so you don't have to constantly checking your screen all the time. So when you finish your session, you can download it and process the data. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one. Train complete, train complete.